I had to snap on some bitch like 2 days ago. She
Why?
made like a post, and it was the Jim Carrey when he was in Liar Liar. And he was like, "Stop breaking the law, asshole." But she wrote on top of it, it was like, "People keep getting complained they're getting shot by police, right?"
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "This dumb bitch." And I guess I went to high school with her. And I was like, "What about Tamir Rice? He was 12. He didn't break the law." And then some fucking guy was like, "Well, he was asked to drop the gun." And I'm like, first of all, it was a toy gun. When they called 911, they were even like, "Yeah, it's a toy
Bro,
gun."
you can't argue with nobody from
No,
Scottsdale.
but he was like, "No, this is somebody else." But the person on the phone, 911 was like, "It's a fake gun, but, I just don't like him doing it. It might, just be careful, whatever." So the police come, and obviously within seconds they shoot the dude, or the kid, I'm sorry. But I'm like, if you tell me to put down a gun, and I don't have a gun, I have a toy, I'm not going to know. They should have came in there like, put down the toy. Not even, they shouldn't have done any of that, but I was like, fuck.
No, they shouldn't have been
I was
racist,
going
bro.
through that, and I'm
Like I said, you're always pursuing, no matter the age, if your skin is black, they assume the worst about you.
But it's
so.
like, they knew it was a toy, but they still came in like that. Okay, and even if, whatever.
Right, yeah, they know a lot of the things they're doing. That's the point we're trying to make that most white people seem to can't understand is these aren't just isolated incidents. This is a whole agenda. There's like I said, there's a system in place. Like we know the thought process of oppressed people, of the oppressors, because we were the ones that were oppressed. So we know when people try to fix things up or combat a certain thing, it seems like the only one that gets caught up or confused in that shuffle or in all that confusion are like the white America. Black folks, most blacks, and I want to say most Latinos kind of know what's up. Like, okay, I know what's really going on.
No, it's just the fact
like
that
Blue Lives
like,
Matter. Oh, how do you not
always-
understand?
No,
you
it's
understand.
always it's always like they have something for it. It's like, bro, can you just remember like when you wrote something and someone came in there bullshitting like, damn, can I just be sad about something? But the girl was like, oh, I didn't mean to put like that. I was like, you dumb bitch. The political climate out right now, you know exactly what you're doing.
What up, world?
What up,
This your
friends?
boy Tim Martin.
And Bronson Luke, go.
That's right. And this is Myndframe,
The
podcast. That's right. This is the podcast you need to be watching. We talk about all things you want to hear about, whether it's entertainment, movies, video games, cartoons, food, soda. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
We talk about it, and we want you to pay attention. And you can follow us on all things that I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. Bronson, take over,
speaking
please.
of following us, why don't you follow me right here and follow us at Myndframe _ the podcast on Instagram, YouTube.
Right.
Obviously, you're watching this on YouTube now. That's Myndframe the podcast. Facebook is Myndframe the podcast, and Gmail is myndframe.thepodcast@gmail.com. And with all the sweet knowledges or crumbles of information we just did right there, how was your week? Was it better than last week, man?
Oh yeah, man. My week was it was busy, man. I spent a lot of time consulting with other people and extra working out and just being busy dealing and helping out other people. I didn't take time to really decompress and say, Tim, you got to take some time for yourself. So these last day and a half, it was just all about me. I just chilled, got my hair cut,
As you should.
ate the food I wanted to eat, drank what I wanted to drink. Binge watched some shows that I wanted to binge watch, and I didn't talk to nobody. Like, I enjoyed my decompression, man.
I also see you treated yourself to a new shirt. That shirt is super dope.
Yeah,
by the
man.
way.
Because I figured you want to live your life in the creed that TFC made.
Burn shit down.
I know girls don't want no scrub, so I know I got to live my life better to get the women that deserve better. So
there you go. That's not a bad philosophy.
Yeah. What about you, man? What about you? How was your week?
I know we were talking off camera, but yesterday was the most tired I've ever been in my whole life.
Speak on it. What you mean?
Waking up, I wake up to having to take care of the kids, and then when everything's in order, we go straight to schoolwork, and I clean the house.
Okay.
So I'm always doing everything. It always catches up to me on
How
Thursday.
is that? Like, are you catching on the schoolwork? Like,
no, yeah.
do you set the kids down 8 hours, the 6 hours?
Oh, hell no.
What's going on?
What we do is, we got 3 kids that are doing online work.
Right.
So the oldest, he can be in his room and kind of do, he really doesn't need that much help. So he's good there. But with my daughter, I have her do hers in the morning.
Yeah.
So I can help her. And then I'm also dealing with the baby because she doesn't need as much help. And then when the baby goes to sleep, I get the oldest. Is it middle? I get Bronson.
Damn, we got something.
And then I do his work with him while the baby's asleep because I actually have to sit there with him and like go through everything.
Does it remind you at all like college courses online? I mean, when we were in college, there was.
I wish your college was this easy. I could tell you this for sure. I at least got a second grade, fourth grade, and a seventh grade educational level. So
you at least know that. Shit, I'm scared to try because I don't want to be humbled.
Man, but yeah, it's tiring. But besides that, you talk about treating yourself. We talked about this before. My weight can fluctuate. And yesterday I did something the old Bronson would do. I had a milkshake at lunch.
Just say fucking treat yourself.
Oh, I'm not done. And then later on that night, I said, hey, kids, I'm going to take you to Dairy Queen. So I got a dilly bar. Yeah, I'm not done. But my daughter didn't want. They've been having. It's been hard for them too. So I wanted to make sure. Okay, let's do something special for my two oldest were here. Our other oldest was at his dad's. So I took the two oldest to go get some ice cream. So I went to DQ, but one of the kids didn't want DQ. They wanted the milkshake at Jack in the Box, which is better than anyway. So I had 2 milkshakes and a dilly bar yesterday. So, yeah, that was my week. And then, honestly, I kind of had a proposition, not even a proposition. I just want to know if you knew this. But, like in Europe, like they take that soccer shit super seriously, in Russia and all those places.
Almost every other country except for America?
Yeah, pretty much. But do you remember Real TV back in the day?
Yeah.
Remember it was like...
Real sex interviews.
No, like Real TV. Like they would just show pretty much viral stuff now, but back then we didn't have the computer, so we'd just watch it on Real TV. Remember? It was like a compilation of shit.
Yeah, like America's Funniest Home Videos type shit.
Yeah. But I remember they had this thing where they had like the soccer clubs, they would go fight head to head. But it'd be legal. Like the cops would be like, all right, this is the day you guys can go fight.
They get it in.
Yeah. No knives, no nothing, just with the hands. So I was talking with my wife. She didn't agree with this. But I was like, you know what they should do? Because I just seen a video of a Black Lives Matter march in Flagstaff, right? They were marching, and there was all these people on the sidelines like cussing at everybody, telling them all this bullshit, right? So I was thinking, kind of like a purge. What if there was one day where non-racists and racists fight each other hand to hand, right? But the only thing is, if you sign up to fight, afterwards you have to go drink and talk the shit out. Because I guess that's what they do with the hooligans when they fight. They all drink. So if you sign up to fight, that means you get to fight for however long it is, and then after that, everyone goes to the bar and drink, and they have to talk to one another about why shit is the way it is. Talk about their,
But I mean, if they can do this every year, then that means
it
hasn't slowed
no,
down.
but I'm thinking hopefully.
That'd be dope just to be able to let that purge, that
yeah, but hopefully it doesn't have to go on every year, but eventually,
just knock out a couple of motherfuckers, a couple of bigots, and
then go grab a drink.
People get the message. Oh, damn. Next year it could be me.
Yeah, so baby.
Let me get my shit. Maybe I'm not that racist. Maybe Omar's okay.
Yeah, and maybe you get to hear him from both sides and maybe come to a happy, even though there really is no medium when it comes to racism. But at least, okay, you understand that's because your family taught you this shit. That's why you think about that. So maybe next year you'll start thinking on your own so you don't get your ass beat.
Yeah.
So
like I said, I had an extreme idea, kind of like what you're saying, like in this world where we get everybody together. I can't even really remember the dream, but it was and it's dark, y'all. It's going down a dark path. Forgive me. It was a dream that there was these people like they come together, and they're almost like anonymous, but they were like a black militia.
Okay.
And every time a cop kills a black without due process, period, any randomly across America. Normally in that same state, that same county,
right,
a random white girl gets murdered.
This is a dream, right?
It's a dream.
Okay.
Now, and it's funny because I heard people say, I heard like extremists talk about, this wouldn't happen if it was one of y'all's. And so I think that might have been on in my head like when I was going to sleep. And so I seen this and I was like, damn, I wonder if the stakes were raised that high, the value of black life would be at an all-time high, which is crazy because I talk about that later on in the episode. But the value of black life.
Well, they had
every consequence, or like if you.
Well, that's like an eye for an eye.
Because I had like this too. Like, what if every time you do it, somebody you loved, like a family member,
because
has to serve the sentence or do something. And I was like, you would think twice about it when you know it's your son that's gonna have to serve this person who you murdered sentence.
Yeah. Or like
what he would have had to have done, now your child has to do, or you have to do whatever because you didn't give him that option. I was like, damn. That has straightened up a lot of people because most of the times you do, and I can only equate this because when I was doing security at the mall, a lot of things I knew I can get away with because they just weren't gonna really test me.
Yeah.
Certain like the kids, I knew I can kick them out before 9.
Yeah.
Because they weren't gonna say, hey, we're supposed to be there. Technically, it's not till, but I'm like, they weren't gonna really contest me on it. I'm like, and plus I knew like I can scare them because the stakes for me weren't really that high.
Well, they had that concept on Reno 911. I'm watching the new season on Quibi. It's actually pretty good. But he was like, yes, Dangle was like, yeah. So we haven't shot a white person yet. They're like, it's like they're covering their mouths and said we shot a couple Asians and stuff like that. But he's like, there's a difference between a couple Asians, and so they kind of went off to like try to shoot a white person to kind of even it out.
Damn, see,
and then, but another thing that you're talking about like a white or black militia, right?
Yeah.
Well, they have like this Jewish militia who only comes like to save people if Jewish people involved or Jewish businesses.
Yeah, that's what
so
I'm saying.
It's but yeah, I know
that would be scary knowing that, like to have not scary for us because we are definitely the black folks would definitely see what's going on, and understand, and I can see a lot of them understanding and cheering this on, which could lead to somewhere dangerous, but. That idea of, damn, the stakes just got raised. Like, we can't figure out who these people are that are doing this, but these people are smart. They were trained in American military. This group of people, soon as they find out in Kenosha there was a shooting unjustly, within that 24 hours, somebody's daughter in that county gets murdered with the message.
Well, this is crazy because dreams usually only last a minute, and the fact that you
took
these goddamn
because now it was
marvelous notes.
It was so vivid that I started thinking about it. Like, damn.
I don't think you were asleep. I think you was just thinking about this shit.
No, because that idea scared me. Like, damn. Like, not scare me, but scare me in the way of. Like, it would shake the America.
Well,
like, no, I have to care about your issues because my kid's life it's like a very aggressive way of saying, do you get it?
Well, I thought about like if someone calls and
a crazy movie.
Is like, yes, there's a black person out here and they're stealing, but they're actually not stealing, then that person that called that lied about it has to do that time. Or if there's a cop that ends up killing or no, not even killing. Let's say a cop falsely arrests you for possession of drugs, then they have to do that sentence plus whatever would come with, police not doing their job. Kind of keep the shit even. But yeah, there's a lot. That sounds like a lot. An eye for an eye, which is, I'm telling you, that sounds like some shit that'd be on HBO that follow like the Watchmen series.
Yeah, because it's crazy because it'll make the fear. Because most people, and this is what I know, most people who aren't psychopaths, they have more of a compassion when it's extended to someone else. They'll do more for someone else than they would for themselves. So the guilt you feel for, like, you don't care about you having to get a fight, but if you have to say it's either you or your child's life, right there the stakes got raised. Your life no longer matters, whatever it takes.
So that's kind of like Mulan, like the eldest son, but you're doing it with the daughters. The eldest son has to go off to war, but like the eldest daughter or whatever would have to pay the price. Oh, I think you're gonna skip.
Well, I mean, your typical white man's
or just someone
is their white daughter or their white son.
So does one of the siblings or one of the kids got to do the time?
I just think the fear of white people seeing black militia killing white daughters, that fear would make motherfuckers wake up.
Or hell, he wasn't lying when he said it was dark.
I said it was dark. I warned you. Y'all can skip past that part.
And he said he said it was a dream. He said it was.
But I mean,
he didn't say it was a nightmare. He said it was a dream.
Having it, like, that dream comes completely justified. Like, you can see that
there's
something was on the news that I went to sleep on, or I was watching some YouTube video, and somebody was probably obviously going down some rabbit hole, and I was dozing off, and I must have been conscious hearing more things than I thought because it made its way into my dream and manifested.
Well, there's been worse stuff that's happened to people in real life than that dream, so people really can't get mad. But yeah. Stop being racist.
But other than that, my week was good.
I say, I might be gaining it, but I see you losing it. You
I'm trying, man. It's
I see
my
you in the
birthday
gym.
month, so
first of all, no. Like that's not your birthday month. Your birthday's coming up. It's not.
It's my birthday month. It's the month of September, right? We're in the month of September.
That birthday month shit. That's like shit that women do. I was gonna say bitches,
what?
but
Nigga,
like that shit.
I can celebrate however I need to celebrate my birthday. If I need to get prepared, saying
and I think that's a lot of things.
It's my birthday week, and that gets me prepared to want to exercise more. It don't
No,
matter.
you've been exercising more before, which I
know,
appreciate.
But if I like to get my in-game gear, like it's my birthday month, this is important to me, then that's important.
But yeah, that's another thing. People think it's like they did anything. The only thing was you maybe outswam 1 billion of your brothers and sisters, but it's really an anniversary of your parents fucking.
No, what do you mean? You outswam millions.
I said billions. You outswam billions. That's the only thing you really did.
Have you ever, other than that time, have you ever beat 1 billion?
I'm saying birthdays are really more parents' fucking anniversary. That's really what it is.
No.
So
I celebrate in a different way. I was born different than you too. I was born a whole lot
C-section?
different, from my name to the complications to the conspiracy behind it. So I celebrate my birthday as a woman identity because I was never given one even from birth. It was a lie from the jump. So my reasonings is deep.
You don't need to do a whole birthday month. You can go hard on your birthday.
No, it's my birthday month, so I'm planning on exercising.
All right, yeah, go to Denny's. Go to Denny's. Be like, hey, I want my birthday month grand slam. They're like, get the fuck out of here.
No. I said it's my birthday. He didn't even hear the context. In my birthday month, and I'm only saying this because my birthday lands at the end of the month, which mentally gets me prepared to say I have a whole month of intense training. So
but what you didn't hear is I said you've been doing that before your birthday month. That's why I was congratulating you.
I gear myself saying it's my birthday month, so I'm going hard. You didn't say
when I said you were going hard before, I was giving you props.
You said it this week.
I've actually been saying a couple times, run the tapes back that you've been losing weight.
But anyways.
But happy birthday month.
I'll take it, man.
But no.
September gang. If you're a Libra, throw your L's up in the comments.
All right, but yeah, you just, men should be more comfortable saying you have been losing weight, and I've seen the work. When you be doing the gym shit, that makes me want to do it. But it's too hot over here. I can't wait for it to cool down, go hiking and shit.
I wouldn't recommend doing anything outside yet. Not yet. Arizona, not till like about October.
God damn. Well, anyways, that was how our weeks went. So now I think we're pretty warm, but just to make sure we're warmed up, we can do a game of Who You Got? Who do you got?
Who do you got?
And you want to run the question, or you want me to bring it in? What do you want to do? So what you want to do? I got a phone full of memes in my home. All right, so with this one, we got One Gotta Go with all their movies. We got One Gotta Go with all their movies. We got Kevin Hart, Will Ferrell, Jim Carrey, Adam Sandler. So you know what? It's
K Hart, Will Ferrell, and J. Care.
Yeah, it's your birthday month, so you can go first. Who do you got?
Who do you got? Who do you got? That's gonna be a hit. Y'all keep fucking around. All right. So,
how about we want to do who you don't got first, then we can kind of both go if that's what we don't got, or you just want, no? How about we do? Let's do this. Let's do who we got, and then we'll go through why we didn't pick the other ones.
Okay. So So we got to choose why the one we got to go.
All of their now it says movies. It doesn't say TV shows or any. It just says movies. So take it how you want.
I'm gonna say Will Ferrell.
Okay, and why?
Just because he has great comedy, and this is my own personal opinion. He's a great improv comedy actor.
Yes.
He's done so many things. He's done, I guess you can say, a lot of iconic roles, a lot of quotables, from Anchorman to Talladega Nights to the most iconic movie that made it hard for me to choose him. For me, is Step Brothers. That's the only movie that holds weight
plus
for
you
me.
got to remember, he's done some cameos too.
Yeah, he's done some cameos. He's done some great cameos. But I didn't grow up on Will Ferrell. Like, I grew up on Jim Carrey, and how I grew up on Adam Sandler. The first time I really started liking Will Ferrell, I was grown. Past 40-year-old virgin, I was grown.
Okay.
And he wasn't even in the 40-year-old virgin, was he? Step Brothers, 2008, I was grown.
You weren't that grown.
And then I watched Old School. Yeah, but I mean,
would you hop? Okay.
Hop on Adam Sandler?
No. Let's go through who you got.
And then Kevin Hart is the newest actor comedian into my eyes out of all these people. He was the latest one, but he's iconic in my eyes for what he's done and the stamp he's made so far in his in his comedy.
Okay, well then.
Now, hold on.
You did. That's who you got, right? So
No.
we're gonna pick the one that's got to go.
The one that's got to go. I'm not picking who I got because the other three I got.
No,
I'm
it's only
picking Will Ferrell to go.
Yeah, that's the question.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pick who I have to go. Then we're gonna go through and say why we didn't choose the other one.
Okay.
Or why we left the other ones.
Now, don't get me wrong. Let me just say this real quick. Will Ferrell has made more movies that are better than Kevin Hart, but I like Kevin Hart better than I like Will Ferrell. Is the reason why
you like it. Well, that's not the question. It's one of their movies.
It doesn't matter.
All right. Well, staying on task. If one has to go in all their movies, they're all. I think Kevin Hart has this. I would if it was like their stand-ups have to go to. I wouldn't pick Kevin Hart because Kevin Hart has 2.5 classic stand-ups to me, which I think that their
you
impact.
Like Will Ferrell stand-up with the American when he played Bill Clinton. George Bush. I seen it on HBO like in 2006.
No. So I think Kevin Hart's stand-ups are classic, and I wouldn't want those to go because the impact they've had on the culture. But honestly, when it comes to his movies, he really doesn't have fucking funny movies at all. What? He has no classic movies, that's for sure.
He has no classic movies. He has some funny movies.
So if one has to go with all their movies, I'll have Kevin Hart. But obviously, I can't have a stand-up go. So yeah, because all the other ones they have.
So if he goes, everything he's made goes.
No, just all their movies go. One has to go with all their movies. That's it. Just the movies.
One got to go with all of their movies.
Yeah. So I feel you to reread the question. You just said Will Ferrell got funnier movies than Kevin Hart.
More funnier movies.
More fun.
Quantity isn't better than quantity.
What's a funnier Kevin Hart movie than a Will Ferrell movie?
I only like Anchorman.
What's a funnier Kevin Hart? Stay on tack. What's a funnier Kevin Hart movie than Will Ferrell movie?
I like Kevin Hart's and 40-Year-Old Virgin. That little scene is better than Talladega Nights to me.
Well,
Step Brothers is the only one that's difficult. And the Wedding Ringer was decent. Soul Plane.
Wedding Ringer was not decent.
I gotta look at the ages, the times I've seen it. If Soul Plane would come out now, corny. Soul Plane came out at the time I was 14.
Will Ferrell has funnier movies than Kevin Hart. That's that simple. It's okay. You still got the black card. I know that's what it is. You don't want to not say Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart doesn't have funny movies. And that one movie, 40-Year-Old Virgin. If we're talking about movies, if we talking about movies,
Soldiers was hilarious. I do like the movie with him and the dude from Breaking Bad. That was great.
What's the name of it?
I forgot the name.
Don't even know the name of it.
I do like it.
You don't know it?
What other
Not
movie?
Better than Will Ferrell movies.
I do like. I watched that. I like that movie. I like that movie a lot.
Not better than Will Ferrell movies.
What other one? That's pretty much.
He said like two
movies.
movies.
I mean, Kevin Hart stand-up comedy. Those are movies. So
no, those are not movies. Those are stand-up specials.
It's a movie to me. It's a movie because it's an experience to me. So therefore.
So TV shows aren't experiences to you?
TV shows are great experiences.
So that's.
Kevin Hart was on a couple of good TV shows.
Well, that's usually said. Well, movies are experiences to me. Well, shit, so are TV shows. So. Yeah.
I don't know what great TV shows other than like an episode or two was in that I like.
No, you're not getting what you said. You said You said stand-ups are movies to you because they're an experience, and I said, well, aren't TV shows experience? And you said, yeah. So stand-up specials are its own thing. That's why you can't even really see sometimes stand-up specials.
I like Kevin Hart. He's not going. Will Ferrell and all his movies can go because I can't let
Kevin
go.
Hart
can
movies. Go.
Only because of Adam Sandler's movies from the '90s and Jim Carrey's movies. If Jim Carrey came out now,
they each probably all have. They probably each all like Will Ferrell, Adam Sandler, and.
Well, then this was a
Jim
dumb
Carrey.
question. I think we should have said one got to go and everything they've done.
Well, that would be better. So
I made the question better and then answered it better.
No, you didn't. Those three have because Kevin Hart has no good movies, so you had to change it. Those three have at least 3 good movies that I like.
Well, I mean that's kind of a dumb situation. Like then, if this is the case, we both would have agreed Kevin Hart because the question.
Yeah. Okay.
Is
well,
designed,
for this question,
just like how America is designed to keep black people down, this question was designed to make Kevin Hart the loser.
It was made by.
It was designed. I think it was made by Bronson.
The meme was made by
Bronson.
Was made by Hip Hop Station.
This was geared to say, oh, we all know Kevin Hart's movies are subpar compared to the other 3.
He knew about this pre-production.
I didn't know.
I said to him, he could have changed it.
I'm just hearing about this.
It's okay. Kevin Hart's bad movies. There's a lot of good stand-ups.
Time to change topics in the words. Time to change topics.
All right, but hold on. What's
one
movie from each of them you like? How about that? This that you can think of. You don't got to look.
Step Brothers.
Don't look it up.
Step Brothers. Click. The Mask. Jumanji.
The Mask. Happy Gilmore. Will Ferrell. Old School. And Kevin Hart. I love 40 Old Virgin. I want to give Kevin Hart his respect, like a movie that he's actually done. Damn, I'm not even trying to hate. We'll go.
Sounds like you are.
We'll go. What's another Kevin Hart movie? What's like a funny? What Women Want? Or what's the Steve Harvey one?
What guys want? How like a man?
Think Like a Man. There you go. Think Like a Man.
Like a man.
That's
I forgot all about those movies.
That's his funny
one was
movie.
good.
Yeah, that's his funny movie. Think Like a Man.
Yeah.
I do.
Have you ever seen 35 and Ticking?
Have you ever seen 35 and Up? No, 30 and Up. No, 30 to Life. 30 to Life.
What's that one?
I've seen 35 and Taken, but 30 and Up, you love it. It's got Maxine's in it, Maxine Shaw's in it, Tracy Morgan's in it, the Afro Latina with the big booty who's in a lot of stuff.
I've seen 30 and Up.
30 Years to Life. That's my shit. This isn't a review, but go watch that shit. 30 Years to Life.
Let me see.
That's my shit. I ain't gonna front. That's a good little watch, and it takes place in New York. Who else is in it? You see it with Tracy Morgan?
30 Years to Life. I've never seen it.
This is a good movie. I'm glad when I could stump him. Looks good? Yeah.
This came out like early 2000,
Yeah,
2001.
it's a good
Erica
little-
Alexander.
Yeah, it's a good little watch. But all right, that was Who You Got.
Who do you got?
Who do you got? But yeah, shout out to Kevin Hart. His stand-ups.
Yeah, Tracy Morgan looks hella different right here.
His stand-ups wash all the three other stand-ups easily. So I'll give him that. I do want to give him his respect. All right, so topics. There's a lot went on last couple weeks.
Yeah, I seen Tyler Perry became a billionaire.
I saw that too. I guess he's building another runway.
Like I said, I went into remission for a day and a half and other than working on putting the project together, I went on remission and didn't look at the internet, didn't see much. So I don't know what's going on.
That Brandy versus Monica. I saw you watch some of it.
Yeah, that was good. I still got about 28 minutes left of that.
Somebody said it perfect, I think. They said, this shows that Monica don't play and Brandy plays too much.
They looked so regal up there. Like they
did.
looked so completely like the embodiment of them. Monica looked like if they ever did 101 Dalmatians, she would make the great Cruella de Vil.
Yeah.
She was just.
And
so
Brandy looked like a nice black Miss Frizzle. I liked her outfit. She looked dope. I thought Monica was wearing like long ass thigh high boots, but they was
she
just
looked good. She was like a sexy ass cadet, little gangster.
Yeah. And I was like when she would like do her hair to the
trap
I was
cadet.
like, oh shit. And her new song sounded dope too. And I listened to Brandy's B7. It was pretty good. So
Monica's new song.
Monica's new song Trenches was dope, and then I listened to Brandy's new album B7.
I haven't heard it. Damn,
It's pretty good.
I just started listening to that Big Sean album that dropped. That shit's fire.
I'm gonna talk about that later. I do want to listen to that because one of my favorite albums of the year is T Grizzly. He's a Detroit dude, so obviously Big Sean.
T Grizzly's hard. I've been bumping a lot of T Grizzly and Peasy. I've been bumping a lot of Detroit music.
Yeah, I have a whole little shout out to Detroit later on today.
Yeah.
So I was gonna talk about Future's baby mama. I hate saying that word. Mother, one of his kids. I don't know which one it is. Saw something that she wanted $53,000 a month for child support. Right?
Who?
Future's mother, one of his kids, wants $53,000.
Yeah.
But fuck all that. Did you see Dr. Dre's wife? What she want?
$2 million a month.
I had the break.
Bitches, you crazy?
I have the breakdown. Want me to tell you what that $2 million is going to? All right. So this is one thing. Me and my wife been getting into it over this thing because we're bored.
Be careful.
I know. So she wants almost $2 million, right?
Yeah.
This is the break. I have the breakdown. I'll read it out loud and we can kind of go by it. Laundry and cleaning, $10,000 a month. Okay. Maybe they got a bunch of houses. I'll let that one slide. They got a lot of houses and kids.
I won't. How many kids they got?
No. I'm gonna
How
let.
many kids they got?
Just listen. Clothes is $135,000 a month. Okay, that's where I start getting a little upset. Education, living expenses for the kids. I don't know if they're going to boarding school. $60,000 a month. If that's what it is. That's what it is for the education.
Why is that cheaper than clothes?
This is the one that's about to.
Yo.
You know how much? This just says entertainment.
That's why I don't know if I can get married or at least be successful and be married.
Do you know how much?
When I'm about to get successful, we gotta break up.
You know how much she wants to spend a month on entertainment?
What do you mean?
It just says entertainment. How much do you think she's gonna spend? You saw she's spending like $135,000 on clothes. What's entertainment?
Don't say 1.2 million.
Well, you fucked it up. $900,000 a month on entertainment. What the fuck is? How is she being entertained?
When are you getting entertained?
So I'll go through
in Egypt at the goddamn on top of the pyramids with the full rollout. What the fuck?
I don't know.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. That's just women. You just that's crazy. Broke this man. Waited till he got.
Well, see, this is the other thing. It says charitable contributions $125 a month, $125,000. Okay, mortgage $100,000. Telephone, cell phone, email, 20,000. Metro, PCS. But anyway,
get your own job, bitch.
So
priceless.
Not even getting her own job. So I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. Say, you know what? I took care of the kids, so you could work in the studio. She doesn't have to get another job. You know, I could see her not wanting to get another job. But I was telling my wife, but if you also end a life with somebody else, like a relationship, there's certain shit that just because you grow accustomed to it, don't mean you get that same shit. You're not with that person anymore, right? Look, and what I think is
now it's time to change. You got to think all that shit you had is while y'all divorced, so maybe don't need that for the next one.
Well, I was thinking maybe she said $2 million because what she really wants is like $1 million or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But if she's saying mortgage, be like, yo, fuck this. Let me get this house, pay off the mortgage of that house. Okay, let's say you're worth $1 billion. Now, just because you're worth $1 billion doesn't mean you have $1 billion. It means like all your assets and shit equals to $1 billion.
Yeah.
But let's just say you got $1 billion, right? You and your wife of, I think he's got 7 kids, but I don't think all of them are his, and I think one might have passed away. But let's say you got 5 kids, right? You have $1 billion, 5 kids. Your wife was there from the beginning. Out of that $1 billion, how much would you give your wife, your ex-wife? Half? A different number? I know you're not married, don't have kids, but I know you can come up. You kind of get where this is going.
And so
you got $1 billion, you get divorced. How you splitting up the ends?
I got $1 billion with us already, with us together.
You have $1 billion in cash. So there's $1 billion in the bank. How are you're getting divorced? How are you breaking up? Are you giving her any of that $1 billion? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm giving her some.
Okay, how much? This is me and my wife kind of got into it, not really, but $1 billion.
I'll probably give her $250 million.
That's a little better than that. Yeah, that's not that bad, right? You can live, but see, what I would say is I would give her the 200. We would split the houses. We can split the houses and shit. I know he got a house in Malibu. I'm keeping that shit, but I'll make sure all your other shit's paid off. And this is another thing. It said clothing for the kids and tuition. You don't need to put that in your shit. I'll pay for it. I got more money than you. You know, so then that also cuts down her asking price and all that bullshit. But I really think she's probably trying to get like $1 million. But yeah, I think 200, shit, maybe even 3. But then I'm not doing all the other shit. I'm keeping other houses if it's 3. But
yeah,
two. I was gonna say like 1, 2 something. But yeah, that shit blew my mind. And obviously there might be some other things.
$2 million a month just seems like when you break that down, that seems crazy.
It does. Just to ask for it in this climate, and for, like even if I'm asking for $2 million, seal the documents. I don't want anybody else hearing this shit.
Like what I'm asking for a lot.
It's us again.
You thought it was. Give it to you need to know.
Hey, do us a favor. Since we do so much shit for you, can you go to YouTube?
Do that.
Subscribe.
Do that.
Like.
Do that.
Comment.
Please.
Notification bell.
Right now. Right now.
For us, please.
What else you doing?
What's it on Instagram?
Go ahead and just DM us, follow us at Myndframe _ That's that. The podcast. That's on Instagram. What about Facebook?
Shit. You OG like me, you little Facebook thing. Myndframe the podcast. Look for the brain. Take aim. Fuck with us, man.
We got gang. Ha! Yeah. That's Myndframe. It's your boy Tim.
And the one and only Bronson Lugo.
Fuck with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, and whatever you identify as, we are about to bring it back to the beginning, back to basics, how we got started. We've been agreeing with a lot with each other lately, making combined lists.
We do.
But I think it's time for it to be Clash of the Titans. It's time for us to go.
The bump heads, a little Hadouken.
The bump heads thing, yeah. I guess that's not a threesome. That's that's another thing.
Yeah,
But all right,
a Clash of the Titans.
Clash of the Titans.
Bumphead sounds.
It's
Exactly how it sounds.
Okay. So what we're gonna do, we are gonna do a TV show battle. This being a battle of adult shows,
Adult cartoons versus
children/family
cartoons.
And since it is your birthday month,
Okay.
we will be celebrating it all month long. Would you like to go first or second?
I would like to start this off. So I'm going to
All right.
start my it's not. Is it top 5 or is it
Top
just
five.
5?
It's
Okay,
top
this
five.
is my top
Top five.
5 adult cartoons.
Super specific genre we're doing, so yes.
Yeah. Just because we got to clash somewhere. Some things we got to.
I forgot to mention this
Okay.
before you get started.
Okay.
Because people be on our ass about these lists sometimes. We specifically didn't pick anime shows because we feel like they deserve their own battle itself. So, we left anime off the list.
Yeah.
Just because to give it its respect.
So like, how could you not choose?
Yeah.
There's a reason for that. So we had to go with not anime. It could be anime inspired, even some animators. But let me go with my number 5.
Oh yeah, number 5.
Yeah.
Bring us in.
So
What do we got?
the reason why, now this show is surprisingly new, only 2 years old.
Okay.
But it grew to my top 5. It grew to me
Like
really
that?
quick. Yeah, like that, like Venom. It was like a parasite. It hit me, and I'm like, damn, I'm hooked. And you put me onto the show.
You're welcome.
And I don't know what you saw in that show that you thought you saw in me, but it connected. And since then, I've seen the series at least 3 times, going on my 4th.
Damn.
And that is none other than Harley Quinn from DC.
I can't think of one bad thing to say about that cartoon.
Yeah, there's nothing bad to say about it, man. It's just a great show. Kaylee Cuoco, Lake Bell. You got JB Smooth. You got Alan Tudyk. You got so many famous voice actors and actors in this series that it's so hilarious. A great depiction of DC characters.
Yeah.
I've spoken on this show about this show at least 2 times on our podcast. 2 separate podcast episodes. Check tape.
That's how good it is.
Yeah, that's how good it is, and it remains to surprise me. And it has to stay at my list. So that's my number 5, Harley Quinn.
Yeah, I even said I'd like to see live action crossover with that and Doom Patrol. Ooh. And I was actually watching. I'll say this later. But yeah, that's actually great. I can't think of anything negative to say. That is that show is I want to say groundbreaking.
It was. It is
really
its
think it
own
is.
type of show, and it really
now if it was a movie that'd be one thing, but the fact that it's a show
it's a show.
it's.
And they're pretty smart with it. They're creative with it.
Man,
the tie-ins, the Easter eggs, the puns, it's
pushing the boundaries. That's what I like. Yeah.
Great.
So that's your number 5.
Boom, boom. 5, Harley Quinn.
Again, that I would say it almost is unbeatable, but I do have a list myself. So in Bronson fashion, my top 5, my 5th one is actually 2 shows. Yeah. And because of that, it's because growing up I didn't have cable. But I think one of these shows does need to be on the list because I have seen it. Yeah. So what we'll do is I'm just going to get the name out there, and then I'll go with my other one. So my number 5 is Rugrats. Which I think you wore Rugrats shirts.
I love Rugrats.
Shirt.
That was my shit.
See, I didn't have cable. Mine was the Animaniacs.
The Animaniacs is a good show.
So
I was Rugrats.
See, and I think those were the 2 that those have to be on your list. The reason why,
that's my head.
besides not having cable, the reason why I chose Animaniacs is because even at a young age, I was fascinated with Hollywood. Yeah. They'd be running around the back lots. It was a Steven Spielberg production. It won daytime Emmys. Rugrats was great too. The thing I like about Rugrats, it also has that longevity. Yeah. They did, a couple spinoffs and movies. Yeah. But Animaniacs is something I love. Sometimes when you show your kids shit that you used to love, they're like, this shit is whack. But they fuck with both of those. But Animaniacs in particular. So my number 5. Plus, Animaniacs also had other shows within it. If you want to be serious,
it spawned
Pinky and the Brain.
Pinky and the Brain. It spawned.
One is a genius, the other's insane. The laboratory mice. So that's my. Well, I'll go with Animaniacs, but I just had to put Rugrats out there.
Okay.
For my cable lucky.
Rugrats was my show. See, this is why this is hard because I'm fighting against a memory of nostalgia. I'm fighting against a former me. Like it's not like I don't like the shows he's choosing,
and vice versa. But how we do this?
Those shows were Rugrats. Me at 7 years old.
This is a 32-year-old man fighting with Rugrats. I love it. I love it.
I mean? Animaniacs was dope too. I had nothing wrong to say. It spawned so many funny shows.
Yeah.
That was a great Saturday morning cartoon. I didn't know what they were. I did not know it was a Steven Spielberg production, but I did know it was all based on Warner Brothers lot.
Yes. The cameo, even the fake cameos they had in that shit, amazing.
So I just got it because Harley Quinn is a great show. It just doesn't have the longevity yet.
I think that's the thing.
I have to respect these two shows for the. Now, if you would have said like a Timmy Turner or whoever, something
that's funny. Off. Fairy Odd Parents is funny.
It is.
But I watched that as an adult.
That doesn't stick to me like Rugrats, nor Animaniacs. Harley Quinn is new, and I can't wait to see where it goes.
Oh, but no complaints about that. I think where I beat you is longevity and nostalgia, and just watching this, how we have to do it. If that show didn't exist, could we, So that's how we look at it.
That's a great way. I don't know what I'd do without. I identified with Tommy and all them when they would go into their imagination world. He would be dotted line man, and they had the superhero powers. I used to think I can have superhero powers. So Rugrat, good.
So 1-0.
No, 1-0.
So I start round 4.
Round 4 is on you, brother.
Round 4 is a TV show I've talked about plenty of times, and I bet some of you might have thought it would have been higher on my list. But there's a good reason why it's here, and I think it could be number 1 on anybody's list. Okay. That being, and again, I've talked about it so many times, I don't have to say much. Okay. It is Batman, the animated series. And why did I pick why is it not higher? Don't worry, there's a good reason. But why did I put this on my list, just in general? The brilliance of this motherfucking show. It's just a great show. You could be a kid and an adult and still watch this shit. It's spawned other shows too, yes. Those characters.
How many seasons did it have?
Was it?
Just 3?
No, let me see. I'm going to say 5. But we'll see. But yeah, it's a great show. Batman.
That was the start of Kevin Conroy as Batman's voice, right?
Who some people think
he is the Batman.
Yeah, he is.
I can see how people can see that. He is.
It is how many seasons? Plus, it had the New Adventures of Batman and Robin. Then there was the other. So this had 4 seasons, and 9 on IMDb. And again, IMDb isn't life, but the fact that it's a goddamn 9 in a child's TV show is amazing. And again, these are 2 WBs back to back, so they ain't fucking around. And if you haven't seen it, I don't know what to tell you. And by the way, I made some shit about my finger last episode. The quality was so clear. I was like, the finger is bigger than I thought it was. So but that's my number 4. Batman the Animated Series. Fuck with.
You got a 9 on IMDb. How many seasons?
4, but plus there was 2 other. There's actually 3 other shows, but then the Justice League and all that.
Yeah, it's great.
Fuck. I don't like where this is going. I feel like you got one in the chamber.
This is just.
You have to live. Can you live without this?
I hate you as a placement punisher. See, this is what y'all got to realize. We name all great shows.
Yeah.
The point isn't the name of the great show; it's the placements of which you put them, because that can make the difference between you winning or losing.
But you can't just put it. I'm gonna put. There has to be a reason why. That's what we do.
There's a reason why Harley Quinn made my top 5, but it wasn't number 1, and it's a great show.
Yeah,
I watch it a lot, but there's a reason why it couldn't be number 1. But anyways, it has a 9-star rating, right? Batman the Animated Series.
But mind you, it's a child. It's a kid's show.
Yeah, so it's a. I would argue a child's show is a little easier to please than making a show for an adult. Now hold on, this is gonna be my argument.
Okay, put a pin in there.
I was gonna say that. This show has an 8.1 rating as an animated show.
Okay.
For adults,
which is easier.
But it's widely popular in the young teen and children world. Widely appreciated. It has the iconic voice that everybody knows from multiple shows.
All right.
It's just a great animation about your everyday business owner who has kids and just trying to make his way day to day.
Okay.
It has 11 seasons.
Damn.
11 seasons with an overall 8.1 star rating. That is none other than Bob's Burgers.
God damn, I didn't know it's been around that long. Shit. 11 seasons?
2009, 2008 was when it came out.
God damn.
Was when I remember seeing it. I didn't see it until like 2000. I was dating Tabitha. What was that? 10, 11.
Well, we haven't Vision, yeah.
Yeah.
Vision, I started dating. You were just and still in that relationship.
Yeah. I just got into Bob's Burgers. Yeah, so one can argue it caused me to break up with my ex. It's that good of a show. Okay. This show is. How can I watch this show every day to go to sleep. It has such
That's either a good thing or a bad thing. Puts you to sleep?
No, because it has such a great improv-esque style dialogue. It is highly improv. A lot of these actors are great improv actors and voice actors. And so they get together and they map out these plots. There's even videos of them creating a show on like panels. Like when you see them live on YouTube and watch them create a show in front of your eyes. With the creator Lauren Bouchard writing, speaking the actions, and they just create right then and there. That's how quick and fast these actors' minds are. The cast is completely flipped. Everybody you think is a boy is played by a girl, and vice versa. So they really tear down gender norms. A
couple shows do that. Yeah, I like that.
But I like them because they lasted this long, and they've tried other shows that wasn't as successful as Bob's Burgers, but I think they nailed it. And fun fact, Bob's Burgers was initially meant to be a crazy horror TV animated series where they were cannibals. Bob's Burgers, they ate human meat. That's why they made it one of their episodes. They were human, almost like Sweeney Todd. They changed it up, made it a little more lighthearted, and it became a widely populated show between anybody, your oldest son's age and younger and older.
I have tried to watch that show, and the only reason, and I'm not knocking it, the only reason I haven't watched it, I was like,
animation's different. It's different.
No, you know how you watch it to go to sleep because you've seen it so many times?
Yeah.
I was like, I have to do the exact opposite. I need to be awake when I watch this, so.
I want to say they're famous for new, like little hidden messages and like little funny side characters' facial expressions. Like you have to kind of watch a couple of times to pick up on. Like, I don't understand what you're doing. Something you would see like in like a Saturday Night Live or a Mad TV sketch, where it's just like somebody in the background.
So are you basing it? Is it because it's been around for 11 seasons, or you think it's?
Well.
And honestly, I'm
pissed. I love this show because. I was amazed on how they made this show successful with having it where it's mainly based on the kids. It's not based on Homer Simpson and then the kids are extra. It is really them. It's just a crazy show that clicked with me, and I have no reasons why I identify with it. I don't have no family member that owns a restaurant. I don't have kids. I'm not from Jersey. But this show,
I think it's easier to write to get a higher score on IMDb for adults.
You think so? I don't think so.
Yeah, because there's a lot of shit I loved as a kid. And I look back and I'm like, oh, that's kind of low, like comedy wise. But I don't know. So all right, well let's. Who you got on this one? Do you think Bob's Burgers? Do you think it's Batman? Do you think it's a draw? Which one could you live without? You gave us the one thing about going into a battle with you, you don't give us a lot of detail about something. So you either have to come with a really great answer, or you have to have your facts and shit, because you will fax the right answer out of me.
So, win, lose, draw. I love Batman.
Okay.
World knows I do.
I like where you're going already.
I love Bob's Burgers. I watch it every night to go to sleep. I
respect it. I do need to watch that.
If it was any other show other than Batman,
okay,
no matter what it was, I would have had to find a draw only because this show means a lot to me.
Right.
But not more to me than what Batman the Animated Series has created for my mind and me as a creator. So I'm going. I lost that one. The animated series.
Because I was even gonna say.
I was gonna give it a draw, but I was like, I can't even put it.
All the shit it spawned off as well. Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm up, but hey, someone's been up 2-0 before, and came back and lost it. All right, so round 3.
Okay.
Who do you got?
So, this mic stink a little bit. I think I yawned. I think this is Bronson's mic.
No, that was yours.
So, my number 3 scared the living daylights out of me because this is for adults. And I've seen it before I was one.
Okay.
It terrified me. This would be what Batman the Animated Series would be if you went full rated R.
Okay.
I was 10 when this series came out.
You been throwing up Black Power the whole goddamn time. This must be
I
a real
was
one.
10 when this series came out. I was 11 when I seen the movie in theaters.
Oh, there's a movie with it?
There's a movie spawned off of this comic series turned dark animated series for HBO. And that's none other than Todd McFarlane's Spawn, the animated series, starring Keith David as Spawn. Let's go. This show is the scariest animated show I could say ever. This shit was when this shit came out. I watched it recently, and it terrified me. You
scare easily. That's not saying much, but yeah.
No, this show is terrifying. If I have to give it a rating, at least IMDb does.
What did they give it?
8.1. Bonafide success.
I thought you said bum fights. Remember that shit? Okay.
Bonafide success. It really brings you into the world of of Simmons, aka Spawn, who
Al Simmons?
Oh my bad, I said Casey. Yeah. I'm thinking of Ninja Turtles, Dark Worlds. But anyway, Spawn, I can't even say nothing without saying this shit was scary. The storylines were way too advanced. The content was way too heavy, way too dark. I mean,
I like Seth MacFarlane.
Todd McFarlane.
Not to interject, Todd McFarlane talking to you in the beginning of the episode. That's scary too. That's some goosebump shit.
The crypt type shit. Yeah, that's what it feels like. As he talks with a skull and some blue light in the background. It's gothic. It's gothic 100%. Like I said, it tackled issues with pedophilia, racism, but they don't shy away from showing you this shit. Like they show you some of the disgusting, sad. This is graphic. If this is the novel, then they got it as A1. Like this shit was so crazy. It was so scary.
Yes.
Great voice actors. The animation at this time, it kind of matched that the one that just won the previous one, which was Batman the Animated Series.
Spawn is one of my favorite heroes, anti-heroes.
It had such great animation. You literally, it's like I think it spawned. I think it had 3 seasons total, 3 or 4 seasons. 3 seasons total, just like the other. It had 3 seasons, I think, total. You really get to know Spawn, but on top of that, because I only knew it from the movie, and I knew the clown. But you really get to see other villains and how big those other crime bosses were in this city. You get to learn about Twitch, who this whole new Spawn movie that's going to be based off of is following the story of this cop Twitch and Spawn. So that's why it had to be my number 3, because this is the epitome of an adult cartoon.
I don't think you're going to have one on your list. We've been talking about those Deathstroke and Scorpion films, and that shit still. I think that shit's on them. Those movies.
Have you watched?
I've seen a couple, and the reason I haven't stopped watching it. I started it, and that's when I have absolutely nothing to watch, but I'm still up. I put that on.
You wouldn't recommend. Would you recommend anybody under the age of 12 seeing this series?
Fuck around and was watching with Bronson when we. I didn't know it was like that, but again, he's seen some shit too. So those first couple episodes, yeah. So I Spawn is one of my favorite. It's gonna be hard to root against him. So that's your number 3.
It's my number 3.
Well, my number 3, and the reason why it's number 3 is it has spun multiple reiterations, multiple series of this one series. Okay. I am a fan of it. The cultural impact is amazing. How it started out, what it did, what it became, and where it's at now.
Where's he going with this, man?
Mine is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant. Yes. And the reason why I picked this is because you were just talking about it, how it on the toy shit on Netflix, how it started out and how they just at one point they sold over 100 million toys in 1 year. Even the newer Ninja Turtles that are like the computer animated ones, those are funny as fuck. They had a crossover.
Those are pretty. I didn't like the animation.
I didn't like it at first, but now I do. Watching with the kids, they have a crossover episode.
I watched it at your house when I watched it.
But the last episode, they shoot it in the old school one, right? And just because I'm a friend and I care, you told me, you said, you know what? I think the Ninja Turtles are black, all except for Michelangelo. You said that last episode. Yeah. The new Ninja Turtles, Leo is Sonic, Ben Schwartz.
Okay.
Donatello is the white dude, like the guy from Silicon Valley. Remember, he just keeps moving on up.
Yeah, Tom Middleton.
Raphael.
Tom Middleditch.
Is you remember? He looks like Forrest Whitaker a little bit. The big one. He was in Transformers. That black dude. Remember when he's Anthony Anderson's brother, or whatever? They're staying at his house. You remember?
Denzel Whitaker, the one that's the Black Panther.
Is he? No. He's the old. Oh, come on, man. You know who he is. I'm gonna pull it up real quick. Anyways, it's him. He's Raphael. Raphael's black. And Michelangelo. Have you seen Gridiron Gang?
Yeah.
You remember the manager, the little black kid? You can't remember, but he's Michelangelo. So there are black Ninja Turtles though. That's what I was getting at.
It's a new animated series on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, and I Patrick Cloud even posted. He's like, "Is this anime or is this Ninja Turtles?" But it's a new Ninja Turtles. But I'm gonna go with the old school Ninja Turtles just because of the cultural impact. You can't really fight with it. It has many iterations. It's been around for a long time. So that's mine. So how are we gonna do this? You want me to do the deciding factor since you did it last time?
Oh, you can give your deciding factor. Yeah.
I'm gonna say, as much as I love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I feel like in the context of the question, when it comes to the best cartoon versus child cartoon versus the best adult cartoon, I'm gonna be honest. That Spawn motherfucking cartoon is exactly what is. I think.
It is.
I love the Ninja Turtles and I love the movies. And you know what? I love
the movies.
I love the movies more than the actual show, so I'm gonna give it to Spawn.
Now, yeah. So that's 1 and 2.
All right, we've made it to the top 2.
Top 2.
Score being 2
to 1.
To 1.
Which is you won with
Animaniacs
and Batman. And then I won with Spawn, the animated series.
I had to give it to Spawn. As much as I love Ninja Turtles, I love the Ninja Turtle movies more.
Bottom 2.
All right, so round 2. Not round 2, the top 2. I'll start us off.
Yeah.
I got this one. Super longevity. I used to watch this kind of as a kid. Remember, I didn't have cable.
Yeah.
But I remember at the Boys and Girls Club, I found a Nintendo Game Boy, and it had this video game in it. And as much as I could watch it. Then I met my wife. She had the first 100 episodes. I started watching it. I watch it now, and that is SpongeBob SquarePants. My favorite character in SpongeBob is Plankton. That motherfucker, he has me weak. So I'm going with SpongeBob. It's been on for, 20 seasons?
So long.
Won awards, musicals. They did something dope where they had all the actors come in, but they were playing themselves. But it was like a live action. Yeah. It wasn't it was so dope. It's funny. You parents can watch it too. That's my number 2.
I was watching that this morning too. That's what I went to sleep to when I had to put that eye ointment on my eye. Yeah. That's on Amazon Prime. All of the SpongeBob. It's a great show.
Yeah, at least it's not in your brown eye. Yeah. Like first couple episodes.
Yeah.
Hemorrhoids.
Oh yeah.
It's a hemorrhoid joke. All right, so who you got? I ain't got to say much as motherfucking SpongeBob SquarePants. Do.
Who doesn't have pineapple under the sea?
My motherfucking guy.
I just want to redo the jingle.
Shit, that jingle's fire.
Yeah, I know. That's
like a remix.
Yeah, but anyways, SpongeBob's a great show. That's a great number 2.
It is.
I have nothing bad to say about that other than I was just a little older by the time SpongeBob came out, and so the Nickelodeon cartoon phase was wearing out on me. And I was just now like I was waiting for like Spill Your Guts, and I know we're not using this as a category, but I was waiting on Dragon Ball Z around this time. But to the people, I have nothing bad to say about SpongeBob other than I didn't watch it faithfully and when it came out because of my age. This show that I'm about to choose right now, I picked up as an adult. It's new.
Okay.
It only has about 4 seasons, 5 now, 4 or 5 seasons.
Okay.
It's probably the highest rating IMDb show on both of our stats. It sparked a craze. It brought so much money to this network for its success.
I think I know what it is. God damn it.
It's always lingering just out of reach. As a matter of fact, the camera can't see it, but it's right behind me now.
They are under some controversy right now.
Rick and Morty as my number 2. This show, for one, sparked an internet craze that launched Adult Swim back into a great place to be. They got, I don't know how much money they got. You have to look up the numbers, but they received so much money. And Adult Swim signed a crazy contract with Rick and Morty because they knew how great this was. And Adult Swim drops great content. We all know this.
Yes.
Rick and Morty changed the game for the Simpsons, Futurama-esque, and like that whole social commentary parody on the social norms type TV series. It's adult as fuck. It's smart. It's sciencey. It's absurd. It's raunchy. It's irreverent. It's all of the above.
Damn, what? I don't even know what that means.
Look it up.
Oh, okay, that's a good word. Shit.
I only really learned the word through the descriptions in Netflix.
Yeah, I watched this. The oldest boy, he's really a fan of this.
Every teenager and if you're not getting that much pussy as an adult, you are watching this show.
All right.
And if you are getting a lot of pussy, it's probably because you're watching this show and she loves the show too. So you can literally be the cool guy and be a Rick and Morty nerd and get pussy, or be a
the
dweeb.
pussy you might be getting off this because I've seen those girls in Circle K with the Rick and Morty pants, the dead tooth, and I've even
let's talk about merch. How much
with
merch?
the moonlight.
It spawned so much merch.
You're not gonna compare that merch to SpongeBob because it's gonna get SpongeBob gonna kill it.
But more people now.
I don't know about now, but no, I didn't say. You know, I think. You know, and to be fair,
the Rick and Morty craze hit way harder than the.
Don't say them.
Then I'm gonna say I don't know because it was so long ago. I just know I wasn't in the craze. I knew of SpongeBob, but I wasn't in the craze.
See, and
I
watched the first episode, and I actually watched the first 2.
Yeah, but you're a parent. Like you represent.
It's an adult show. I should like it.
But you represent like the dad in the show, like the corny, like you.
First of all, whoa. No, it's not. It's not the kids shouldn't be watching. The shit was stupid. This show is corny.
It's the highest rating show.
Taylor Swift is the highest rated pop star. Don't mean she's the best. I'll keep bringing that up.
Rick and Morty is a great show.
On this
very
one,
witty. It's very smart. It's very fast paced. It's very sci-fi. And it's like I said, it's raunchy and irreverent. So if you can't stomach it, it's not.
It's not that I can't. It just wasn't funny. But
if you can stomach Ren and Stimpy.
Yes, I like that.
You should be able to stomach Rick and Morty.
I should. It's not about stomach. It's about being able to like watch. Like I can't watch multiple episodes. But out of respect, because it wasn't funny. It's just not funny.
What wasn't funny about it? Like,
it's
obviously a #1 comedy hit. Actually, comedy's not even its first thing. It's more animation, action, adventure comedy. But it is comedy.
Wherever that comedy is, it's with those Kevin Hart movies because I couldn't see it. But
you're a fan of Frasier. Like that's a very smart, witty comedy.
Exactly.
That's what they say. This is like a very raunchy Frasier.
Okay, but it's not. It's not as funny.
And I've never watched Frasier, but I like this.
So we're gonna have to agree to disagree. So I think this is gonna be a draw.
Draw. I give it a draw.
Because I'm not gonna say I'm a comedy subjective. I don't think it's funny, but it could be.
Now, that's. And don't get me wrong, SpongeBob is great. Like it's obviously it's not going nowhere.
So all right. So speaking of going, we're going into this. First of all, you call me corny. You sound more corny.
Well, no, I gotta say a joke. I'm trying to win. So, because I can't get how you can't like what don't
it's
you
just
like
not
about the show?
But see, I think that's what it is. Probably because you have a lot more white friends.
This is a hit in the black community. That's what I'm saying.
All right, so
it's a hit in the black community.
No, I just said I don't know if it's a hit.
It is a hit.
So it is a hit. I just don't think it's funny.
It's a hit. But I'm saying I don't get why you don't.
It's just not funny. It's not funny. So anyway, so we'll do it like this. It's 2-1 draw.
You don't think Rick Sanchez is funny?
No, I don't. Dirty Sanchez is funny. So this is to tie it. Round one.
No, let's go to honorable mention first. I'll start the honorable mention off, and then you go to the round one.
Okay.
So my honorable mention, I'm gonna stick in this Adult Swim family, and this is because when this show came out, it was great, it was iconic, and I loved it. The reason why I couldn't put it on my list was because, much like how Dave Chappelle even said, he thought people viewed his show. Like after a while, felt like they were just laughing at at him rather than with what he was doing. So that's what I thought when I watched the show. Like, this was funny. I started looking around. Like he said, the white friends I would have, the things that they found funny was only because they allowed it to say nigga on TV, and that's Boondocks. So Boondocks is such a great show, great animation. It had like the anime feel. Spoke on a lot of social issues, conscious issues. It was great.
Relevant
great
to this
creator, black and Asian creator, black folks out of DC and Virginia. Great creators, great show. But after a while,
cameos.
When it got as popular, when it got popular was when I felt like everybody I knew was like, "Oh, you watch like Boondocks? Oh, shut up, nigga!" I like, okay, y'all. What y'all think is funny about it is what's throwing me off. And then I felt like later on in the season they just kept, because they were able to get away with it at that time. Like it just became only the nigga show,
so
much like Dave Chappelle.
Did you like the show?
I loved it.
Oh, okay.
But like I said, you grow up too. Like I loved it. When Boondocks came out, I was 15, 14. I was fucking everything they were doing. I got, and it was funny. I was also an ignorant nigga too, going to hood parties for no apparent reason, just to probably pull a bitch and possibly get shot.
Well, why do you go to a party? That's why you go to a party, not to get shot, but.
Yeah, no, but danger, risk, excitement. It was all fun. And that's what this was. But when I get older and I start seeing like, okay, this looks like it's a great show, but I feel like it's getting popular for the wrong reasons. And I didn't want to have to keep explaining why I thought it was good to people that thought it was good only because they allowed you to say nigga on TV a lot. And I felt like the creators were feeling that way too. And Dave Chappelle said it best, and he encapsulated what my thoughts were about that show. When he said he loves Dave Chappelle and he loves the show he made, but he felt like later on he looked back at it like it was. He said he loved it.
You said he encapsulated it. What did he say?
Yeah, like he said, he loves the show, but he felt like later on, he felt like people were laughing at him. And that's why I'm like, I feel like it's getting mass appeal, but the people that like it are liking it only to make fun of it and allow you to be like, oh, well, he says nigga, so we can say nigga. Opposed to really enjoying the show, and the show was great. That's what's honorable mention.
That is a good show. I think I had season 1 or 2. My honorable mention is a mix between Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and that is Gargoyles. Didn't have as many seasons. Still a great show. That might even
Gargoyles is the greatest.
teeter into adult more than kids. But that would be a live action. I keep hearing them talking about. I would love to see Gargoyles. That's some shit. Everyone.
Jordan Peele talks about making that.
Yeah. So if Jordan Peele is part of it, too.
Those are the honorable mentions, y'all. Just to let y'all know, we do watch a bunch of other stuff. Just because not on our list, don't mean we didn't think.
Yeah, I didn't want to keep doing superhero type shit because you can have a whole superhero list. All right. So who you got for number 1?
You go first.
Okay. Well, my number 1 is I had to make sure, is this really a kid's show? And I was like, you know what? There was commercials. There were toys. It wasn't just collectibles. I was like, you know what?
Is that what your stipulation is? Because it's a toys makes it a kid's show?
No, I mean, well, because a cartoon, I think at this point, I don't know if there were
Or you basing it off that TV series on Netflix, The Toys That Made Us, and
no.
so many things the toys did create that we associate, and it can only be a kid because it's a toy.
No, I think what this was
because there's adult toy.
Yes, there are. I think this because it was a cartoon. So honestly, I think this might be teetering on the edge of both. I think because it was a cartoon, but it might have been.
That's the word of the day for you, teetering.
It might have been more over to adults, and that is the one that started it all. It's been around for like 30 seasons.
Okay.
That is The Simpsons.
I can't give you that. I can't give you that one. That's an adult show.
I'm gonna say the reason why I think it's a kid's show because it was targeted towards kids. You had the peanut butter, crispity, crunchy, all that bullshit. There were toys. There were I think that was it was a cartoon.
That's tough to get. Let me Google and see if it's TVMA.
It's not if it's TV. It's
mature. You can't be. I mean, there are some mature 7-year-olds.
It's my movie. I'm gonna see The Simpsons, and it is TV. Where's the rating at?
TV 14, TVMA.
Let me see. IMDb.
The
It's got an
Simpsons
8.7.
since '89.
God damn.
Shit.
My kids love The Simpsons, so they watch that. And it's on Disney Plus on the main page. It's TV.
It's TV
PG. Fuck yeah, I won this. It's the one that started it all. The motherfucking Simpsons.
This is gonna be great. Now,
You
hold
can't
on.
have a list without this.
This is gonna be great. This is gonna be great now. Now we're down to the final one. This is great.
I
You chose
already won.
The Simpsons.
I chose.
Right? I'm gonna combat him with that. My number one is Family Guy. God damn it. Family Guy spawned from The Simpsons.
Yep.
But it made
Without
it
The
better.
Simpsons, he said it right there. Spawn from The
But
Simpsons.
it made it
You heard it,
so much
Yana.
better.
He said spawn from The
It-
Simpsons.
Yeah, Jordan is great, but LeBron is here. You dig what I'm
Shit,
saying?
nope.
So Family Guy is number one. And
Simpsons is number one.
and Family Guy wasn't teetering. He knew exactly what it was. Yes, kids are gonna love us, teens are gonna love us.
Yeah, but Family Guy-
we are TVMA or 14, and I don't give a fuck. So
Family
they,
Guy got
they
canceled
took what
too, by the
Simpsons
way.
tried to do. Like I said,
No, not what tried to
Eddie
do.
Murphy. There wouldn't be Eddie Murphy without Richard Pryor. But let's not acknowledge that Eddie Murphy is the GOAT.
There's a spectrum, right?
Did you not like my metaphor?
Yeah, but it's not right. The Simpsons.
There wouldn't be no Eddie Murphy without Richard Pryor.
Yeah, but you have to realize
wouldn't have been Family Guy without The Simpsons?
the Simpsons aren't Richard Pryor. The Simpsons age better because some people don't think Richard Pryor ages better.
What? The Simpsons are good. I don't watch it. I never really watched it.
I think what it is. You said LeBron. I think it's more Jordan, Kobe, because Kobe was emulating Jordan. So it's the Simpsons that win.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because The Simpsons actually has Emmys and shit.